Welcome to Woke People, where feelings get fact-checked, logic makes a comeback, and the circus of identity politics is always in town. From pronoun packs to parenting fails, it's like watching a live-action South Park, but somehow dumber. Let's get into it.
I cannot name one white gang.
Hell's Angels.
No, that's like the Crips and the Bloods.
Neo-Nazis marching in Nashville, Tennessee.
Where do you see the murder rate in the neo-Nazi group? I ain't never seen a neo-Nazi a day in my life.
They're marching in Nashville, Tennessee all the time.
And where's the violence? Who have they killed? Show me a murder statistic of the neo-Nazis. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's talk about the violence in gang. Let's talk about the gang violence. Are we willing to lie about the issue in the black community of gang violence? These young dudes, let's look at the music. You look at rap music. We got a thing called drill music, where young brothers are rapping about murders that they are committing on a day-to-day basis. We see young men dead and lying dead in the middle of the street. Let's talk about the reason why sexual assault and murder is prosecuted at a different rate, or at least arrested at a different rate. Because when you have a dead brother laying right there on the ground, you have a plethora of evidence that you can see with your own eyes. Many times they're shooting people right in front of everybody, at parks, right in front of the club. So the evidence is there. That's why it's easier to prosecute people when you have a dead body. But sexual assault is stigmatized. Some people get assaulted and they don't want to tell anybody. It's a very different thing. You cannot compare the two. But you gotta be disingenuous to say that gang violence and the violence that we experience in black communities are somehow equal to what we see in other communities. It's just not happening.
All right, we're done.
Black conservative calmly dismantles a whole panel of liberals on stage and does it with straight facts, not feeling.
Why don't you, if you people are so unhappy with America and you call yourselves African American, mommy Africa, right? Why don't you go back to your country?
Well, first of all, because black folk are the owners of the whole planet, everywhere belongs to us. And you can't say because you criticize, that makes you the most patriotic because you criticize so that America correct itself. I'm the most patriotic person you'll ever find because I want America to correct herself.
That's amazing. And correcting herself means to do what?
Correct herself meaning to stop murdering us, to cease and desist killing us, cease and desist raping and robbing, cease and desist the unjust incarcerating of our people, cease and desist flooding our communities with drugs and alcohol, cease and desist poisoning our waters, cease and desist holding on to resources that never belonged to them in the first place and for benefiting from those things. Those are the things that I want them to do. And to, you know what? Show us the money.
With see, I told you want money.
Yes, because it belongs to us.
There you go, begging for money.
Why not move to Africa? Jesse doesn't miss a beat shutting down the victimhood parade.
Okay, that's not how it works. So when you're born intersex, you have genital.
This is my son.
That's your son?
Yep. No. This is my son.
So what time? When did you start your transition?
I want to say when I was really little, because I knew very young I was a boy.
You knew you were a boy?
Yep.
Even though you had a vagina, you knew you were a boy?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, you'll never be a boy. You can, that's just...
Look, you'll never be a man.
I am a man. I am a man. I'm just saying, you just can't. It's like you're never going to be able to impregnate a woman. It's just...
Why would I want
to? You can't make a baby like that.
Yes,
why would I want to? I don't want a kid.
Who wants a child in this environment when there are people like you?
Your guys' abuse.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm abusing you. Please put your mask on. I don't want to get COVID. I don't want to get COVID.
You know what? He's
no, I'll have a
people who are
conversation.
trans, but also people who are autistic. Also
Yeah, and what? We shouldn't let autistic people, and you're probably autistic, and we shouldn't let autistic people transition their sex because they're autistic. They're retarded, and a retarded person cannot pick their gender. Do you understand that? Yeah.
2025, and this man uses the R word?
Yeah, retarded. Yeah, you can. Other stuff can be retarded. Growth can be retarded. It's a word. Yeah, something can be retarded. Believe it or not. Yeah. And honestly, that's the thing is you probably have an.
Did you invite this gentleman?
You have an autistic daughter, and it's sick.
Why did you say I was autistic?
Are you?
If biology doesn't define gender, why does surgery suddenly matter?
People only operate on lies and conspiracy theories. They're a bunch of dip.
How do you know anything about me, sir?
Know everything enough. All I need to know is you're a Trump supporter, and that tells me everything, honey.
You know nothing about me.
That's all I need to know. You're evil. Now go.
How am I evil? No.
Support a pedophile, you weird, sick.
Pedophile.
You're probably the driver of that weird car down the street.
So what exactly? What's my name?
Me, asshole. You don't know me either.
What's my name?
I don't need to know your name to know that you're part of a cult trying to overthrow the government. You're an inbred dumbass. Get the f out of my face with that, or I'm gonna grab it, throw it on the ground. If you get 1 inch closer, you're a dumbass.
Are you the pooper?
Am I the pooper? Mm-hmm. Don't you look about the median age range that would wear a diaper? Someone like an old woman who would wear a diaper.
You needed one, didn't you, honey?
I know. Well, I had one on today,
well,
so
good.
I'm good.
At this point, the media's done more damage than a bad ex.
Will come out fully as saying that my pronouns are she, they, him.
And my name is Mr. Sister Twister. Not because of what I do to people's sisters, but because I'm on a transgender gender adventure. Sister, are you mommy or daddy? Choose one. You cannot be the whole family, stupid. I will just come out and shut up. Stop coming out. Stay at home.
Just when you thought we had enough pronouns, boom, a new expansion pack drops.
I'm trans, I have trans children, and this is us.
If you don't mind me asking, when did you know that your true identity was transgender?
I grew up in a fundamentalist religion, and I fought it for a long time with depression. Probably say I knew it 10, 12, but didn't believe it and didn't really accept it about myself until about 8 years ago.
How many genders are there?
Infinite. I have an intersex child. There are so many different versions when you just have two genders. Just say there's only two binary things. Science doesn't even say that. I have friends that are XXY. I have friends that are XYY. I have friends that are YYY. I have family members who have ovaries and testes. You have to know there's gray because science says there's gray. But the current administration doesn't quite believe in science. I'm always very flattered if people come and say, hey, what are your pronouns? Because you're like, yay!
So you said that your kids are trans as well?
I have a trans child, yes.
Okay. And what were the signs and how did they start to identify?
From a young point, they just never fit in. We knew before they did. The day they came out was a relief to us because we're like, oh my God, they finally figured it out. And luckily, they had trans friends. We had trans community. They asked a lot about trans stuff. So I asked one of my trans friends to come over. Hey, can they just meet you and see you and ask possibly inappropriate questions because they're 7. Gender can be fluid. Sexuality can be fluid. What you decide today doesn't mean who you are tomorrow. I'm discovering more about myself every day. My kids are, and I think that's the thing. It's growth and discovery.
So basically, she needed therapy and got TikTok instead.
What do I do for work? I don't. I'm professionally disabled. And his job is
taking care of the professionally disabled.
He gets paid for taking care of me. Instead of doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be for real, sometimes taking care of you is a full-time job. I have to feed you. I have to make sure you're bathed sometimes. I have to take you out for enrichment.
You sometimes have to dress me because I won't dress myself.
Yeah, you're literally not dressed now.
You have to make sure that I take my socks off because sometimes I forget I'm wearing socks and then I cry about it. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, are you wearing socks? And then I look down and I'm wearing socks and then I stop crying.
Mm-hmm. And I have to make sure you take your medication.
Yeah.
And I have to clean up after you because you're incapable of doing both physically and mentally. I have to do your laundry because you can't get up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we stop writing checks for this kind of nonsense?
We don't have access to reproductive health.
Now, have you ever had an abortion?
No, I haven't. And, and I'm torn because it's like, I know a lot of women who have gone through abortion, and it's almost like a rite of passage to womanhood.
Right.
And it's like that's something that I'm denied and that I will never be able to experience. But it's I mean, definitely not a prerequisite to have an abortion, but it is a rite of passage in certain ways.
Right. So how do you cope with? Have you talked to your therapist about this or anything like that, or are there support communities where other women who aren't able to have an abortion can kind of? Is there a community that you can find solace in?
It is a small one, but it's nothing organized, and it's more of like a one online.
This one feels like it crawled out of a rejected horror movie plot.
What are your pronouns? She and they. I am 6 years old, and I do drag.
Asa is a baby drag queen.
This is where all of my dresses go.
He performs at drag shows as
He started doing this 4, 5, now 6 years old. He is by far the youngest performer we've seen.
There's even adult performers that sometimes we can outperform. He fell in love with it. There's no turning back. Now we almost have one performance a month that Lulu gets to do.
You want to practice? I really like drag, and they don't want to stop.
It's just about living in the moment and what's exciting for right now. And I think wherever that takes us is where we go.
That poor kid is gonna grow up wondering why no adult stepped in.
What's your guys' names?
I'm Holden.
I'm Fire.
Amen. Lyle.
Alright, are you guys gay or straight?
I guess I'm gay, yeah.
I prefer men, so I don't know. I guess straight? I don't know. Whatever's fine.
I'm bi. I'm pan.
Okay, cool. What is your most controversial opinion about the gay community?
We should try to, maybe make straight people feel more welcome so that they won't hate us so much.
Okay. I have a very controversial opinion. We need to stop giving white gay men all the money. Ooh, that's me, though. Damn, that's me. That's really controversial. Well, next. No, dude.
The LGBT community does not support the team.
I don't think that trans mass people get enough attention.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that butch people get enough attention. I feel like there's a lot of internalized misogyny.
All right, and then controversial thing in the U.S. Do you think children should be able to transition?
Not medically, which they already can't. So
there's a lot of misinformation. A lot of people don't actually know what hormones does to your body. As someone who takes hormones, I can tell you that they are reversible, and
yeah,
I feel like people don't actually know that. I think they should be able to get on hormones, but I don't think they should do surgeries, which they're not allowed to do surgeries anyways. Okay.
Yeah. I'm intersex, and actually I was forced by my doctor to take medication that lowered my testosterone levels. So if they can do that, why can't they give trans kids the gender-affirming care that they need?
I mean, there's already male circumcision in the U.S., which is not medically necessary at all. There's no reason to do it other than quote-unquote aesthetic purposes. I feel like bodily autonomy has already been taken away from children at such an early age, so why not give them a chance to explore themselves? I don't think medical transition as far as surgery needs to happen, because that's not reversible. But my friends here have said, hormones are reversible. I take tea, I'm off of it, my hair falls out. I don't know, it's like...
Oh, thank you guys so much.
At least they found each other. Everyone deserves someone to share delusions with.
I'm Filipino-Japanese, second generation. I'm a disabled trans man, but I'm also a Medicaid patient. I'm also a person who uses food stamps. I'm also a person who has been through houselessness in this country. I'm also a person who has gone through substance use and addiction. And most of all, I am a patient of Planned Parenthood.
Oh my Lord.
What? I am everything that Donald Trump and Elon Musk want to erase.
Bros got every identity under the sun, except employed.
When people talk about black women being obese, I hate it. Because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Don't sugarcoat it. She might snack on that too.
Why can you not respect the existence of trans people?
If
you mean lying, I won't lie. But every human being is made in the image of God, and so they deserve human rights.
It's lying to... I'm confused.
It is a lie to call somebody a sex, to call them a pronoun that is not rooted in reality. Let me ask you, can anyone become a woman?
It doesn't have anything to do with me, so yes.
Okay, look, if a biological man came next to you in your dormitory or locker room, would you be okay with that?
If they came next to me.
And started changing next to you?
Sure. What does that have to do with me?
A naked man comes next to you in the locker room and just starts saying, hey, how you doing? You have no issue with that.
If it was someone that identified as a woman and they weren't hostile towards me, no, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, so there is a mental delusion out there where people think that they are 12 years old. Should we affirm that? Okay, so then if we don't affirm that mental delusion, why should we affirm the mental delusion where men who think they are women or women who think they are men?
Because there's a power like problem with age.
And there's no power problem between men becoming women? Or going into locker rooms or winning female trophies or winning female sports?
There can be, but it's all about people being comfortable and being respectful.
You see, this is where we have a difference. So you look at the world through trying to accommodate the comfort of the oppressed. We look at the world through right and wrong, moral and immoral, and just and unjust. We don't care about making people comfortable. We care about what is right. We care about the protection of women.
Sometimes the best response is silence, especially when the topic is pronouns and confusion.
Hi, so as it turned out, hate, anti-Semitism made its way to Sundance Film Festival, where people are calling for a ceasefire now, which is exactly what we had on October 6th before Hamas slaughtered all these Jews.
From the river to the sea, Palestine needs to be free from the occupation, which is illegal.
What's the river?
I forgot the river's name, but the sea is the Red Sea.
So where is the river and the sea that everybody's chanting about?
I think it's the Black Sea and the river on the other side of Gaza.
Okay, so it's the Black Sea and the river on the other side of Gaza.
The Palestinian genocide, it's just awful.
What about the hostages? Do you know about the hostages?
Unfortunately, I'm not that educated about that part.
The occupation is illegal. Even chocolate is not allowed. Wedding dresses are not allowed. It's been this way for over 15 years.
It's a genocide. It's not about Hamas. It's not.
How is it not about Hamas?
It's not about Hamas. Isn't even there.
Isn't where? Hamas isn't where?
Even Gaza.
Hamas is not in Gaza. The Jews are in Gaza.
The Jews.
Are there hostages in Gaza right now?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I got this from someone else.
Somebody gave it to you. Yeah. Do you know what it means?
No.
Like, what are you demonstrating for or against?
Against the occupation of Palestine.
So support for the Black Sea to the other river to be liberated.
To be liberated from the occupation.
Does Israel have the right to exist at all?
I think the state of Israel should be dissolved.
So do you know what happened to women on October 7th?
I've heard things. I've also heard that they're not confirmed.
Not confirmed. The rape incidences are not confirmed?
I'm not sure.
What about the hostages?
Fire now!
Are there any hostages?
Fire now!
So this is it. A demonstration at Sundance Film Festival calling for the genocide of Jews. As you can see, some of the people don't even know what it is that they're talking about. Our youth have been poisoned to such a level that blatant anti-Semitism is allowed. And it's just unfortunate. So we're all calling for freedom in the region. This is not the way to do it.
It would be funny if it weren't so jaw-droppingly sad, actually hilarious, and somehow painfully accurate at the same time.
Today's pronoun of the day is pup puppy. But why might someone want to use pup puppy as pronouns? Well, this person can have a strong connection to puppies and identify with some of their qualities, like loyalty, energy, or softness. It could also be a way to express a non-human identity. Some people feel that being human doesn't fully describe who they are, so they identify as non-human. So using pronouns like pup puppy can help a person describe that feeling. And please remember that this is a person's experience, and just because you don't know or you can't relate to this person's experience doesn't mean that it's that's wrong doesn't mean that it's bad, and it does not mean that you have the right to bully that person. In fact, the best thing that we can do is to uplift each other and make each other feel seen and heard. Feeling seen and feeling heard is not a bad thing, okay? Being woke is not a bad thing. Caring about people is not a bad thing. No one's trying to hurt you by using these pronouns. No one's trying to harm you by using these pronouns. Someone's just trying to live their own life. So you live your own life and you let them live their own life, okay? Pup doesn't owe anyone an explanation. Pup gets to define puppy self or not. People keep asking, but Pup made it clear. What Pup isn't up for discussion.
I hate it here. I hate it here so much sometimes. I'm sorry. But like, of course, I agree that bullying people is bad, but accepting and affirming everything under the sun imaginable is also kind of ridiculous. Nobody's gonna call you puppy because you're not a puppy. You're a human. And I'm sorry, but if you don't identify as a human, it's not our job to bow down to your truth or whatever bizarre kind of subjective worldview you're espousing here. It's our job to help you reconnect with reality. Like, you should seek therapy. You should try to reconnect with the world as it actually exists. I don't think it's kind to like encourage people who are just straight up delusional. That's the difference between me and you, among many, many other things.
The comedy writes itself. Since when did hobbies become a gender?
How does your keffiyeh support your pride?
Well, for me, it's about liberation. My community is not liberated. Queer Palestinians deserve rights, like even if they don't have rights in their homeland.
Do you support Israel?
No.
Did you know Israel is the only country in the Middle East where it's even legal to be gay?
I don't think that's completely true.
Yeah, it is. I'm Israeli.
How many immigrants have been detained by ICE for talking out against Palestine? How many immigrants have
Do you think that the keffiyeh and the KKK are the same thing? Is it? How is that different? How about a Nazi symbol? Yeah, that is what the KKK would wear, ma'am. You feel good about it? If you went to Gaza, you would be thrown off a building, ma'am.
We're not even living in reality anymore. This is South Park with real people.
I got fired for being a woke professor.
No, you got fired for scamming your students out of $120,000. I'm going to let her tell you what she said she was doing, and then I'm going to show you the truth with receipts.
I designed a kick-ass course to teach my 600 students about basic self-awareness, empathy, and essential communication skills for life. But, I mean, basically being a good human.
Now, let me tell you what she actually did. She designed a college course that required you pay to join her patriarchy rebellion community for the low price of $99 a year. Remember, she has 600 students. Now, since she was teaching at a business school, you might think that the patriarchy rebellion community is about succeeding in business. It's about communicating well in business. Nah, according to her, it's a safe place to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the fucking ground. This is her saying this. Also, according to her, 100% of the membership fees are donated to Planned Parenthood. But here's something even funnier about that. Her web pages say different things that she was doing with the money. On her GoFundMe, it says she was using the funds to buy herself a Rebellion RV. Her website states that 100% of the membership fees are used for awareness, education, and activism for a bully-free future. And of course, we already saw the Facebook post where she says it's going to Planned Parenthood. And because she had been running this scam since 2022, she's raked in more than $120,000 in membership fees. All for a community that, as she said, is to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the fucking ground. So no, you didn't get fired for being a woke professor. You got fired because you were scamming your students out of $120K.
Brainwashing kids and hyping violence? Yeah, that's not progress, that's prison worthy.
Hi Divas, so I had a date tonight.
I already know where this is going, but let's continue.
And I get there, and I text him I was going to be 5 minutes late because it's my game. It was like 8:05, the date was at 8, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to get sat. And I go to get sat, and then I check my phone, and he says, hey, I'm so sorry, like, I realized really late, but I didn't realize you were trans, and so it's my fault for—
No, it's your fault for not disclosing it.
It's just literally the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Like, I literally was there, like, looking like a fucking fool.
Y'all ever think about the dude that shows up to these dates thinking that he's going to meet a woman because he is a straight man, and he walks in to see a mentally ill dude with a dick? cosplaying women.
Like smiling, feeling so beautiful and confident. God, am I never gonna be able to have a man who accepts and loves me because I'm trans.
This is what's so wild to me. You guys don't even accept and love yourselves, and you're defrauding someone by not disclosing the truth. So you're trying to start a relationship based on lies. That's going to work out really well. And then y'all probably be the same ones that screaming patriarchy. A man did this to me. A man did do this to you, but you need to look in the mirror.
Literally the bitch who got stood up, and it's because I'm literally just a trans woman.
Got stood up for lying about your gender.
Lucky she got ghosted on the date. Could have been a whole lot worse.
I'm a mother of 4. I'm a Kansan. And 2 of my children are receiving gender affirming care.
A little bit of arithmetic. So, a while back, Disney executive mentioned on video, she said, well, I have 2 children, 5 and 7. One is trans and the other is pansexual. And I just thought mathematically right away, it's like the chance you have a trans kid is 1 in 3,000. That's not a very high chance. And let's say the chance that you have a pansexual kid is the same, whatever pansexual means. But whatever that is rarer than trans, because no one ever even heard about it until 5 years ago. So the joint probability that you have a trans kid and a pansexual kid is 1 in 9 million. The odds that you're a pathological narcissist sacrificing your own children to the glorification of your compassion is 8,999,999 to 1. So like, do you have a trans kid and a pansexual kid? Or are you a devouring mother?
That's not parenting, that's projection, and it's the kid who pays the price.